Ever pondered over the gripping saga of Noah's flood? Could such a cataclysmic event have really transpired? And if it did, what tangible evidence do we possess to validate its occurrence? This biblical narrative has stirred curiosity for centuries and continues to do so. The tale, as many of us know, speaks of a great flood sparing only Noah, his family, and pairs of every animal. This was not just a story for some ancient civilizations, they deemed it a historical occurrence. The belief that the flood was a divine punishment significantly influenced their cultures, molding their narratives, religious customs, and practices. The ongoing journey to explore this mystery has led to groundbreaking discoveries that suggest the presence of Noah's Ark and signs of a global flood. Many clues have been unearthed that point towards the reality of this event. The idea of a flood that engulfed the entire Earth sparks an unsettling intrigue that has been the subject of countless studies and archaeological expeditions. This thirst for knowledge has led to the unearthing of evidence that points towards the veritable existence of Noah's Ark and a worldwide deluge. Join us today as we plunge into the depths of history and explore 10 ancient civilizations, their beliefs about Noah's flood, and how it influenced their way of life. We'll also shed light on the recent archaeological finds and scientific studies that suggest the existence of Noah's Ark and validate the possibility of a global deluge. Our journey begins with the Sumerians, the pioneers of civilization who first unraveled the epic narrative of a cataclysmic flood. They inscribed the Epic of Gilgamesh, a tale that echoed with Noah's Ark chronicle. Sumerians believed this devastation was a divine retribution by Enlil, the deity of natural elements, agitated by human existence's noise. Venturing to Egypt, we find a firm belief in a primal flood known as Nun, from which the first deity Atum materialized. Egyptians conceived that Atum, the inaugural god, self-created from Nun's initial waters carrying life's potential. This perception elucidates their affiliation of flood phenomenon with creation and rebirth. Next, we touch base in Greece. The Greeks harbored their own flood legend featuring Deucalion, their hero who survived a deluge sent by furious divinities. In this Hellenic rendition, Zeus, the deity king, opted to purify Earth from human decay through a significant deluge. Deucalion, Prometheus's progeny, endured by constructing an ark, thereby facilitating Earth's repopulation. We then uncover India's ancient civilization, where sacred Sanskrit texts of the Puranas narrate a parallel of a vast deluge. The Chinese harmonize this theme with their legend of the Great Yu controlling a mammoth inundation. Civilizations in the Americas like the Mayans, Aztecs, and Incas also nurtured beliefs in disastrous floods. Arriving at the Romans, they adapted the flood myth from the Greeks, introducing a unique angle with Ovid's narrative in his work, Metamorphoses. The Romans perceived floods as transformations, much like the life-altering event they symbolize in legends. Ovid's rendition signifies the Roman belief in the power of water to cleanse and reshape humanity. Each society, from the Sumerians to Egyptians, Greeks, Indians, Chinese, Americans, and Romans, adds its unique color to the flood narratives. These tales, while differing in details, share a common theme: the potential of water to transform, cleanse, and rebirth. From the Sumerians through to the Romans, each civilization has its own unique interpretation of the flood. As we delve into the rich, layered past of ancient societies, a common narrative persists: the tale of a world-altering flood. This story, echoing throughout the epics, binds diverse cultural narratives with the account of a world reborn in the aftermath of a divine deluge. This flood myth, intricately woven into the tapestry of our history, has been faithfully passed down through generations, reflecting the vibrant and dynamic societies that have preserved it. In the depths of a Sumerian civilization nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, we uncover the earliest known version of this flood myth. Their ancient cuneiform tablets chronicle the tale of Ziusudra, a man reputed to have survived a week-long flood. This flood, a divine retribution for humanity's shortcomings, drastically reshaped the landscape and rerouted the course of human history. This Sumerian account is but one among many. The Greeks, with their profound pantheon of gods and heroes, recount the legend of Deucalion and Pyrrha, the lone survivors of a flood enacted by the Chinese chronicle their own variation, where the hero Yu navigates humanity through the catastrophic floodwaters. Each story, although deeply rooted in their unique cultural contexts, narrates of a world reborn through the transformative power of water, affirming the cycle of life and the unyielding promise of renewal. Yet the shared narrative of these societies surpasses the realms of mythology. contemporary archaeological and geological research has revealed signs of potential colossal flood events in the past. Strata of sediment and marine fossils found far from the oceans suggest sweeping water events in various regions worldwide. A pivotal discovery made in 2023 added a crucial piece to this puzzle. An expedition high in the mountains of Turkey unearthed an artifact many believe to be Noah's Ark. Radiocarbon dating and structural analysis of the wood used in the artifact's construction suggested hails from an era coinciding with the biblical account of the Great Flood. Despite their cultural variances, these societies collectively testify to the belief in a cataclysmic flood that irrevocably altered the course of history and molded the world as we know it. Now, with the recent unearthing of what could be Noah's Ark in Turkey, we are a step closer to deciphering the truth behind these enduring legends. The belief in Noah's flood, a saga of cataclysm and rebirth, has lingered around for millennia, captivating the human imagination and retaining its resonance even today. This enduring legend has profoundly imprinted on the broad fabric of human culture, leaving its traces in diverse facets of our societal narrative. In literature, it has inspired countless stories of survival and redemption. In art, it's been depicted in innumerable forms, from intricate frescoes on ancient cathedral ceilings to modern abstract interpretations. Even our collective psyche has been marked by this story, its message of perseverance and renewal in the face of adversity, echoing through generations. The story's universality pivots on themes that are fundamentally human: survival, redemption, and the cyclical nature of life. These themes have shaped our worldview, making the Noah's flood story an integral part of human culture and collective memory. Moreover, in recent years, the story has piqued the curiosity of archaeologists and scientists, inspiring them to embark on a global quest for evidence that might substantiate this biblical narrative. From the murky depths of the Black Sea to the soaring heights of Mount Ararat, intriguing discoveries have started painting a tantalizing picture. Fossilized seashells found astonishingly high up on mountain peaks suggest the presence of a prehistoric sea where none exists now. Layers of silt in ancient settlements too thick and widespread to be the result of ordinary floods hint at a massive inundation. Even in the complex strands of human DNA, genetic bottlenecks suggest a dramatic reduction in population, the kind that could be caused by a devastating flood. All these pieces of the puzzle, when put together, suggest a cataclysmic event in our ancient past. Every new adds another layer to this compelling narrative, bolstering the enduring belief in Noah's flood. As we continue to delve into the past, it's exciting to imagine what further evidence of this age-old lore we might unearth. The tale of Noah's flood, an enduring narrative, reverberates across epochs, from the ancient Sumerians to the Romans. This is more than a simple tale of a great deluge that enveloped the world, sparing only a select few. It's a powerful testament to the human spirit's resilience and the universal theme of destruction and rebirth. The top 10 ancient civilizations, from the mystical Orient to the cradle of Western civilization, each held their unique interpretations of this cataclysmic event, their perspectives shaped by their cultures, beliefs, and experiences. Among the Sumerians, the earliest known civilization, the flood story was woven into their Epic of Gilgamesh. The biblical tale of Noah's Ark found resonance among the Romans, and the Greeks had their version in the myth of Deucalion. In China, the story was told through the legend of the Great Yu who controlled the flood. These civilizations, with their varied interpretations, painted vivid, often dramatic portraits of divine wrath, salvation, and a world reborn from the waters. These narratives, each as unique as the culture from which it stemmed, share a common thread: the power of nature's fury, the ensuing destruction, and the subsequent rebirth. They echo our shared human history and collective memory of a time when the heavens opened and the earth was swallowed by the sea. They serve as stark reminders of our vulnerability and our place in the grand scheme of things. Whether viewed as literal truth or metaphorical fiction, the story of Noah's flood continues to captivate us. Its enduring power lies not only in its age-old origins but also in its influence on numerous civilizations and cultures across millennia. Each interpretation and depiction adding another layer to the already profound narrative, presenting a multifaceted image of our past's mysteries and the ageless beliefs that continue to shape our present.